Dun, dun, dun.
This is the Justuff League.
And welcome back, everybody, to the Justuff League. Yes. I love it. We're here on this audio-visual podcast. I'm just going to awkwardly say it every time we start for the next couple weeks.
You should make it even more awkward.
Well, now I can say, like, introductions based on the square, right? So lower right, you got Mr. James Supp. I don't need to describe his mustache anymore.
Feels like Hollywood Squares here.
Looks good.
I can still say you come from the tip of Idaho, though. Just the tip.
This is very, very true.
Yeah.
Although if the politics being what they are, eventually it's going to get circumcised.
Then there's Mr. Kevin Bruneau in the upper right.
Hellos. With what is that over your right shoulder? The weird carving right there?
Over there?
Oh, yeah.
That's an African carving, like a Bali guy, an Ivory Coast guy. These are all made of beads.
Nice. Have you named him yet?
No.
Oh.
The painting's where it's at, though. The Mr.
He has
T
no
painting.
nose.
The Mr.
He's got
T
a really
painting.
strange nose. Yeah, the Mr. T
Is
painting.
that? It looks like a Mr. T paint by number by a 3-year-old.
Don't be like that now, James.
No, don't say you. I listen.
He
don't.
has disabilities, so
That's not
Mr.
nice,
T?
Jay. Yeah, that's a great painting.
we see where you're coming from.
And producer Kyle, lower left, will derail right from that train wreck that was about to happen.
Nicely done.
Gracefully avoided, Trav. Gracefully avoided.
Well, I am very excited for this topic today because I guess we are going to talk about, not I guess, what we are going to talk about is Bring a Trailer, the evolution of Bring a Trailer, and how it has really revolutionized, I'd feel, the car selling marketplace and automobiles, advertising, and all related. And for people that don't know what Bring a Trailer is, it is an online-based timed auction platform for automobiles, motorcycles related. But it wasn't always that. It was founded in 2007. And when I was, 2007 Travis, 7th grade in the library at school, my computer would always get frozen by like the librarian because I would be on Bring a Trailer reading the articles. And it would not be school.
How did they do that?
Because back when the librarian would have like the main computer right behind her desk, and there would be the bank of all the student computers, and I don't know how they could do it, but they could see what was on your screen, and if you were doing something stupid on the computer, they would be able to freeze your computer, and then they would come over and be like, you're not supposed to be on this website, da-da-da-da-da. It has nothing to do with schoolwork,
And
pretty much.
Gone.
Wow.
Yeah, and because Bring a Trailer is not what it used to be. I mean, it started out as a true just newsletter for automotive fans where it would be like, oh, check out this Craigslist listing, check out this car on eBay, and they were basically giving free publicity, culmination of information of all these cars coming up for sale, and then they were like, we should do this ourselves. And they launched the auction platform.
Now, it's weird because it's a timed auction. It's not a live, quote unquote. So Bring a Trailer does timed auctions. In your experience, how does that actually work, Travis?
So I've only bid on Bring a Trailer one time. I actively bid on a car. It was for when a 1991 Isuzu Impulse popped up before the one I have currently. And basically the way Bring a Trailer works is the listing is on there for 7 days. Sometimes if it's a premium listing, it can be upwards of 2 weeks. Bidding cumulatively adds, and the way bidding works is it's not like an auction house where there's bidding increments. So if right now the current bid is $2,000 and you put in $6,000, you're not going to be winning the car for $2,100. It's going to automatically jump your bid to the price of $6,000. And the other thing is at the end, it comes down like there's a countdown bar, and as it goes from green, it gets yellow, turns to red. And once you're under 2 minutes, if nobody bids within 2 minutes, the auction closes. But if someone bids within that 2 minutes, then the countdown clock resets. And
how long does it reset for?
2 minutes.
2 minutes. Okay.
Yeah, so basically it's a 2-minute window every time. And I've never bid on it. I've just watched people bid on it, and they do the little countdown. They wait till the last second to try to snipe it, but you're never going to snipe it. Every time you bid, it just opens it up again. But the thing to keep in mind is not like eBay. You're not typing your max bid. You're typing in what you're bidding on, which is kind of a rude awakening for a few people.
Yeah, I'm sure, right?
And the other thing with Bring a Trailer is, I love it because I always love getting down into the dirty details and all the controversy and conspiracy theories. But Bring a Trailer can be a little dicey when you go on there to kind of quote it for sales results and things like that. Because the way things work is when you buy something effectively, it's not that you pay for this car, right? You only have to pay the service fee that you charge. So a lot of times people will put cars up there and they have their friends shill bid it, or they pump this ridiculous result the first time around, have it go unpaid. It's okay if it goes unpaid because you're only paying a nominal fee, but you get that result up there posted.
If I remember correctly, it's like a $99 fee to list your car, and then you can pay extra to have someone else come out and photograph it. Is that right?
Yes, premium listing.
And yeah, you can pay a little extra here and there for different features. But it's actually across the board still really affordable, reaches a lot of people, and the best part is you don't have to take it to Meekums or anything like that. It stays where it's at.
Yeah, I had one bidding experience, and then I also attempted to sell a car through Bring a Trailer, and my selling, I hate to name drop, but my selling of a car experience on Bring a Trailer was no different than my consignment experience with Heritage Auctions. All right, for some reason,
that was joy.
Well, yeah, for some reason, my M3 was worth $10,000 less than the last two that had supposedly sold on there in the same condition. So it didn't sell, it didn't meet reserve. But the good part of it was the person who was high bidder on it contacted me afterwards and ended up raising his offer, and we sold it directly outside of the website. So it is good for connecting with a lot of people, but there's definitely shenanigans that go on that you need to read through the lines on, because there's been Toyota Supras and Nissan 300ZXs that pop off, or especially the Supras, like one sold for 170 something thousand, went unpaid, and then when it came up the second time around, it sold for like 92,000. Well, that's a major discrepancy difference in value for one auction to another.
Well, and one thing, as I'm going through this, I'm noticing that it's not just luxury cars. I mean, yeah, there are Mercedes-Benz, there's Lexus LC500s on there, but there's also a $6,000, Jeep Cherokee. Actually, it's 8,700. You can get a crazy utility van,
get a nice G-Wagon.
I'm just looking at that Yamaha going for 3,100. And
hey, look at the toolkit. See, now this
that's just an order kit. That's not even the toolkit.
Hey, I will say, Bring a Trailer, okay, gets like crazy money for things that would not perform on live auctioneers or anything. Like, keep scrolling down, Jane. Oh, all right.
Yeah. What is an order kit? What is that?
So when you were going to go buy a Ford GT, this was the kit that they'd give to you so that you could help customize your order. It had like paint samples, paint chips, paint samples, fabric samples. It was basically a salesman's kit.
Oh, wow.
And you could choose, which wheel options you wanted, that sort of thing. Oh, it's a cool little gee whiz sample box.
But, I mean, they get ridiculous money for sets of rims. Sets of rims.
$3,000 right now?
Tool kits or luggage that would go in the back. Like, look at that interior set. Kev, is that a lot of money for an E30 coupe interior set?
1,100?
Yeah.
Well, I have one that's probably in just about the same condition. Maybe not the same. Maybe a grade or two, a grade down. And they could buy mine for $5,000. But no, nothing. Beautiful condition.
Hey, but that's not done yet. That auction still is going to end tomorrow.
Yeah,
and it's crazy that they have my dream car right there.
Oh, a 928?
Yeah, I had one in silver, a 1982 928S.
James, we got to get you a better dream car.
Gotta get him a what?
165 miles an hour. Come
We
on.
gotta get him a better dream car.
I mean, this thing, I was driving through the Autobahn and through Germany in that thing at crazy speeds, and I didn't die.
That's the Tom Cruise car.
Oh, yeah. Yep. From
Show
Mr.
me the money.
No, that was a different movie. No,
Is
Risky
it? No,
Business-
doesn't he drive that in? Doesn't he drive that in the Jerry Maguire?
I don't know about it. I don't remember it in Jerry Maguire. I remember it in Risky Business.
Oh, maybe in Risky Business. Okay, Risky
Yeah.
Business. I know Tom Cruise drives a 928 in one of the movies.
Dude, and then there's things like this Euro of 1959 Volkswagen with the fifth windows on top. Those things
Oh,
are
those
crazy.
are awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
hey,
$100,000.
Listen, I'll never forget. This was probably in 2009, maybe 2010. Maybe it was even the teens, 2011, somewhere around there, 12. I went to John McGinnis Auctions, and
yep.
they had a beautiful VW with all the windows up there that sold for $15,000.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
Wow, you wish you bought that, huh?
yeah, I did.
Sorry,
Oh,
my
I'll never forget. It was a beautiful, all redone VW with all the windows. The expensive one, but back then it wasn't that much money.
now, good luck. I mean, those all those VW buses have just gone through the roof in the pandemic, and they've gone down a bit, but they're still, what I consider, way high.
Oh yeah,
But people are still buying them.
everything.
You know, but I will say what Bring a Trailer did, though, is because of how successful and how fast they grew as a company, so many people entered their space. Like competitive landscape has just become so saturated with online car auction play. Like, in my opinion, I feel the one that gives them the biggest run of their money is Doug Madero, who I really like. Doug Madero. I think
Yeah.
I think he's entertaining and very quirky to watch when he reviews a car. You know, he starts every video. This is the Toyota Camry. You know, he does some crazy.
So Doug
thing with
Madero,
it.
I mean, he's been around forever between YouTube and he was a writer and editor for Auto Trader, wrote for Jalopnik and a bunch of other things like that. He's a journalist and he's all over the place. And it's definitely, he's attached his personality to a lot of what he does. I mean, and you're right, there are a lot of competitors. I was looking around, and I mean, I remember the days if you looked at the classifieds to buy a car, or you looked in Auto Trader, and you had one photograph and a couple of sentences, not even a full paragraph describing it. What I enjoy the most about looking through Bring a Trailer is the standard that they have for their descriptions is astonishing. There are multiple paragraphs. There are photographs of the engine, the undercarriage. I mean, there's a lot more in almost all of these than I've seen on most websites.
All right, but a lot of the Bring a Trailer descriptions are copy and paste because, you know, if you read it, if you go on for like a Honda S2000, it's so cookie cutter. It's the same thing. Powered by an inline, 4-cylinder, 6-speed. It's all the same information. I mean, but I don't know. Like, so how do you think of Bring a Trailer compared to Doug Madero's site, Cars and Bids?
Almost the same
That's how I feel.
to me.
It's the same
they
thing,
feel
pretty much.
just slightly different package, but it feels about the same.
The only difference
I
you
mean-
have is you have Doug Madero as a face to the other one, what makes it a little more
Right.
personal.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, James, look at that Maserati sign. Can you go click on that for me?
Yeah.
Oh, what is that?
Coat of arms 800.
Oh,
What is
that doesn't
that?
even look like a real thing, is it?
It is.
It is?
Painted metal construction, blue exterior oval, red trident, 4 feet tall, 33-inch wide, 5-inch deep.
Does
Wow.
it say what dealership it comes from or what era it comes
New
from?
Salem, New York. Looks like it never came out of the box.
Oh, that looks
Pretty.
like the metal thing that goes on the side of the building.
Yeah,
Yep. I got you.
at 4 foot tall, that's pretty nice.
Yeah, I mean
mean-
for $800.
It ain't done yet.
But Auto Trader for many years was the leader for selling used cars. And now it's got a bunch of other online competitors. Bring a Trailer was the first one to really focus on making an auction experience painless.
Yeah.
And I think they've managed to do it quite successfully. Their growth has been huge.
So that's the thing. They make their auction experience painless, but I mean, you have to have some huge balls to buy a car sight unseen. I can't do it. I cannot stomach like.
You seen what happened with the van we tried to buy?
Yeah. Oh my God. Kevin, tell that story. This is a real story of dealing with a company that specializes in selling new model work vans, and Kevin can take the floor.
I'm even going to mention names.
No names.
I can't mention names? Can I mention names?
Is it funny?
It's probably not a great idea.
Yeah, they're a big company. Blast them for being terrible.
Well, I mean, if it's like punching up, who gives a shit?
Okay.
Yeah, if it's corporate, I don't want you to beat up Timmy down the street.
No, it's corporate.
Very far from Timmy down the street.
Got it. Take care.
And I'm going to blame myself, okay? Because
background, I
the only
advised
way I can
against
get
it.
over things, and it's the only way I don't kill people by constantly blaming myself for everything. If I talk to you and you punch me in the face, it's my fault. Okay, that's the way I look at it. Okay.
Let it be known, I advised against this. I did advise against it.
You did?
Yes, I did.
Took a ride.
I wanted
It'd be right when we did it. When did you advise against it? You told me to buy it.
I was like, are you sure you don't want to just go to Imperial? Remember, we were looking at the one online because we got to see it.
Okay, so anyways, the place is called Merchants Auto out of New Hampshire. And they're huge. They're all over the United States. They're giant. They're a giant leasing fleet. They're huge. And I met a salesman there. I don't have to mention his name because it's irrelevant. I meet
He's
the
dead now.
salesman,
It's
and I
fine.
went there with Travis, and I was a very nice man, and I did everything I was supposed to. I brought my checkbook. I was ready. So the first thing I do is I want to buy a van. I tell him exactly what I want. I need a Transit. It's going to be a 250, medium height, whatever. I need to be able to see out that sliding door. I want a window in it, 2 windows in the back. Okay, we got none for you to look at. They're all at the airport. Okay, what do you mean they're at the airport? Yeah, all our vehicles are kept at the airport. We're going to go there, get the vehicle for you, prep it all. We're going to deliver it right to you. You don't have to do a frickin' thing. Really? How many miles? 16,000 miles. 16,000 miles. What are you picturing in your head? I see photos
pretty
of
fresh
it.
car.
Right, pretty fresh.
Clean. Yeah.
A couple dings, right?
Not a ding. The little strings shouldn't be worn off the tires yet.
Okay.
I mean,
So I buy this thing, and it's nearly $50,000. And it comes to my gallery, not 2 weeks later, but 5 weeks later, amongst a couple $1,000 in rentals in between because it hasn't shown up on time. And they show up with this, with a very nice man with one arm. And I have to mention that because he was pointing at it with his one arm. With that little stub. So I go out to look at this van, and the entire door is steel. There's no window. Okay, we'll get over that. The whole door was a different color.
okay. Is it a white van?
White with an ivory door.
Come on.
I'm not kidding you.
Go on.
I'm not talking, oh, Kev, you deal with cars. You must have been able to see the shade of paint color.
Right.
No, motherfucker. This was a contrasting color.
Yeah. It wasn't.
The guy, right? So I go, I'm not taking this. Look at this piece of shit. And the guy goes, sir, please, please. And he grabs me by the shoulder and he comes at me. Before you go in and look at him, the other side's even worse, he tells me. I'm not kidding you. I'm not kidding you. Pointing at it with the stub. Right there, look how terrible it is. The whole other side of the van was ivory. They repainted it with like a brush. I could see bubbles, fucking mosquitoes in it, like the worst, like fucking embarrassing if I ever showed anybody painting with a spray bomb what I did.
This van was in a 360 pile-up rollover, just totally destroyed.
God.
If it was, it wasn't on Carfax yet.
Oh, no, because it was rental. They don't have to turn it in.
So I sent this fucker back. Supposed to call me back, doesn't call me back. I ain't back in touch with him till today, and this was a week and a half ago.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I've been trying. I got 3 others for you to look at. I don't want to look at your fucking. I don't want to have to choose the least shittiest out of 3 vans as my fucking $50,000 van.
How many miles did that particular train wreck have on it?
16,000.
No. When you bought it, had 16.
No,
This
it
was
had
5 weeks later.
16,000.
Still,
Yeah.
what the? So
I found out that they use all these crazy stock photos online. They don't even really take a photo of the van. So you're not even seeing the van you're fucking buying.
Oh my God. I would be.
Now I'm 10 grand out right now and I'm waiting for my money.
Yeah. Wait, why are you waiting for your money? I would be like, you've got 2 days from the day I sent it back.
Him. That's what I said today. So
okay.
Are you going there tomorrow?
No, he said it would be a waste of my trip. It definitely won't be there tomorrow. That they'll send it out first thing Monday.
They'll
check? Send it overnight, the check.
Wow, they can't just get a check?
Wow.
They can't just give
That's what I said. I said, fucking man, I just wrote you a fucking check.
Yeah.
Just let me show up and write me a check.
Did they explain why it took 5 weeks?
What I would
Were they trying to find the rest of the parts to make it all ivory?
Oh, I would never, ever, ever recommend doing that. If you can't put your eyes and your nose and your hands on it, don't buy it.
The thing is, like, I've known plenty of people who've bought their cars online. I couldn't do it, but they've had success because they've always done I'm going to buy it, but if it shows up and it's not exactly as described, it goes back. We roll the deal back. That is the only way to pull it off.
2 things though, like if you're buying from a Carvana or like something like that, where you're buying a new vehicle and you receive it, and like but I wouldn't buy a collector car sight unseen. I mean, this is on a total minor scale, but it's like when Kevin and I flew out to Minnesota for the Isuzu. I mean, we flew out there. Yeah, we had pictures, but it was sight unseen. The reason why we had offered over asking price was because he's like, this is no rust. It's solid. It's perfect. Then we get there and we look underneath. There's a hole in the floor that goes right through to the carpet, and the rocker panel has a hole in it. It's like, how is this a rust-free car? And I almost just gave you $9 grand and shipped the car over.
Because there's no rust in the ceiling. I mean,
well, 6,500 later was a better deal.
Yeah.
Yes, 65. Yes, much happier with 6,500. But I would have rather paid $9 grand and had a rust-free, beautiful Survivor. But I'll take 6,500 and have some rot.
Well, but you guys bring up a good point. I mean, the thing is with the Bring a Trailer is you're buying from individuals. Sometimes they're dealers. Sometimes they list a bunch and they're just popular guys. You can trade. You can look at their names and trace who they are. But it's not, like you said, Carvana. It's not somebody with a major reputation around them. So you have to look and see who's selling it.
Yeah, and definitely I will notice, I think why with Bring a Trailer, why my experience selling the car, one of the things why I didn't get all the money is because I was cheap and I didn't pay for the premium listing. The whole, like, it's almost like, why would you not pay? Because I think if you look at their services, the base premium listing, they only charge you like $100. I think it's $99 to have a professional photographer come to your house and photograph your car for the day. It's like, how the hell do they even pay somebody $99 to come do that for a day?
Because they pay the photographer $80 to do it. And a good photographer should be able to photograph a car in under 40 minutes.
Really? You think under 40 minutes, do interior, exterior, engine compartment, underneath?
Yeah, so many, many years ago, I used to work at a car dealership in Tucson, and they wouldn't go quite to the extreme that these guys did, but it was 10 or 15 minutes. They'd drive the car into the spot, and they'd already have it lit. They just run around and photograph it really quick. A good photographer will, because they know it's going to be outdoor lighting, will know how to photograph it quickly. That's how they make their money.
They become efficient at it.
Yeah.
It's like my friend Danny, on a different note, it would be the same thing. He runs around and he puts signs in for the real estate company. He gets 25 to stick it in and 25 to pull it out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And
They'll
if
run
you and
around
I
and
were
do
doing
like
it,
8 in one day.
yeah, if you and I were doing it, I mean, we'd kill ourselves because we'd dig the post hole. We'd probably over dig, make it too open. We'd have to level and everything like that. He's already figured out all the tricks he needs to get it dug just enough with the least amount of effort to get it in quickly.
Yeah.
And then getting it out is a whole nother story. I mean,
To be honest with you, though, he thought it was going to be $50 each way, and he only gets paid $25 each way.
well, I am sure that somebody's making 50,
It's
just
50
not
on
him.
the whole.
Hey,
Yeah.
so Kev, would you do that? Because Bring a Trailer said, like, I'm saying hypothetical. I know you don't have time. Well, Bring a Trailer is always advertising for photographers across the country who want to go shoot cars for them in areas. Would you do that?
Probably
Would you
not.
do that for $80?
If I didn't have a job and I wanted to do 4 or 5 cars a day within Rhode Island and southern New England, it would cost me maybe $40-$50 in gas, and I'd do $400 a day worth of work, and I'd come out clear with $300 a day. It's not terrible.
No, and for a photographer, that's actually really decent money.
$1,500
especially
a
if you
week,
get something regular.
$1,200 a week,
Yeah.
running around to do that. And if they can do it right, maybe they can also have another job.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Doing something else.
Yeah.
So.
Speaking of cars, I get so pissed at myself. I accidentally put premium in my little Toyota today.
Is it going to blow it up?
No, but it was $44 to fill it up. I was like, what the
As
hell?
opposed to...
Like 32?
Okay.
I'll
It's
send
almost
you the
$100 every
12
time I fill my truck up. So
Oh, God. Oh.
My freaking Ford gets like 11.2 miles to the gallon normally, and if I put a trailer on it, it's like 8.5.
Oh, wow. But,
my
you know,
my 1966 Ford F-250 would get 7 miles per gallon no matter what it was towing.
Ugh.
Uphill, downhill, same mileage. It
Right.
sucked. I hated
you
it
know,
for
that was a good bring back point, Kev, because you said your truck with your trailer. So if you were going to bring your trailer after purchasing a Bring a Trailer listing, what was it? Damn it. Now I get all excited saying that. I totally forgot what I was going to say.
Isn't
well,
that funny?
I remember what I was going to say, though. I would say before buying a car on Bring a Trailer, I would definitely check elsewhere for market price comps, because I feel that there's a lot of hype that goes into that website. I mean, prime example, if you go on Bring a Trailer right now and look at the comps for a 1992 Dodge Stealth, like RT Turbo all-wheel drive, I'm curious what the most recent comps are, because this is killing me. I showed Kev this the other day, or told him about it. Right in Uxbridge, Mass, there is a 1993 Dodge Stealth RT Turbo Coupe, 5-speed, one owner, 67,000 miles. It's killing me.
Okay.
And it's
what color is it?
red with a tan interior. And it's a slick top, no T-top, solid roof.
Oh, that's nice. And what are they asking?
15 grand or best offer.
Well, go buy it.
I'm looking right now. Well, right now, I'm finding comps all over the place, but nothing with that low mileage.
So what's like the, if you go
that's-
on Bring a Trailer, like James, can you screen the share? Just I'm curious.
I don't have a Bring a Trailer account. Okay. That's searching the results. So
Would that one with 12?
12 grand,
Oh, maybe it is. Maybe it's prices are coming down.
12K. That was
You see, they're asking a lot of money.
22.
But how many miles
How
on that mother? For 12K.
Going down. Hold on a second.
Are the RTs all turbos?
Yeah. Hey, see, look how different. Look at back in February. There's one.
88,000. 88,000 on November.
What's the silver one for 20,000 right there? The one
Right
to the
here?
right of, yeah, or that one. Doesn't matter. Either one.
Turbo 5-speed.
Why did it bring 88,000?
Oh, no, that was 88,000 miles.
Oh,
This one is
okay.
This one's 52,000 miles.
So okay, so I don't know. Maybe it's $4 grand cheap. But I'm just saying that's a one owner vehicle.
It's within the range.
but still,
yeah, but I mean, look
15 grand or
Well, best offer.
offer.
Offer them 12.
That's
Yeah.
probably get it for $12,000.
Then put it on the track.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like with any of these, this is actually a really useful tool because you can tell over the number of years kind of where they've hit and where they haven't. That's actually a really great visualization. But again, if you're buying from one source, like Bring a Trailer, you're buying from within that ecosystem. Things tend to sell for one price on there. If you go to eBay Motors, you're going to see similar trends within the same range.
Dude.
And I'd go to all those sources, check them out, and see how they're doing. But remember, nothing beats actually looking into the car, putting your hands on the damn thing, and seeing how it feels.
I agree 100%.
And remember,
Amen. Do your own research.
yeah, you got to. It's called Bring a Trailer for a reason. You're expected to bring your own trailer, but they do offer tools for arranging shipping as well. I don't know how much those cost, but generally $250 to $500 is the entry point for getting anything shipped. And I mean entry, like 3 blocks.
All I will say is you get what you pay for, and you definitely want to pay for the real transport company. You don't want Joe Schmo from, West Bend, Indiana, with his open car trailer, not knowing what's going on, and then busting your Honda S2000 on the driver's side door and ruining your original paint.
And trying to get away with it without saying anything.
Yes, you definitely do not. That is a real life experience. Horrible. It's a traumatic event.
My favorite is a guy who had a bunch of pallets and 2x4s in the back of his truck while he was towing a trailer. I was driving past him on the highway, look over, and they just see, little 4x4 sheet of plywood get caught by the wind, smack, go right through the windshield of the car he was towing.
Oh, God.
Just cruising along. Yeah.
I took some plywood out of a Home Depot one time on a windy day, and I went to go lump it up into my pickup truck. The wind took it out of my hand and launched the plywood totally across the fucking Home Depot parking lot.
Yep.
Across the whole 100 yards in the air across the Home Depot parking lot. It never hit another car or anything. Ended up all the way down by the sheds. You know what? Like they keep sheds on the Home Depot parking lot all the way down the other end.
You got lucky.
30 feet above the cars. It just went, woo, gone.
Holy shit. You got really lucky.
And I dumped my whole load of wood out of a truck going up an exit ramp out of Home Depot and stopped traffic behind me for like 20 minutes. I had
What, the
people
back
get
open?
out, help load my truck. That was horrible.
Happens all the time. That's why they should always make Home Depots easy to get in and out of, but they don't. They're vile. Well, guys, I think we kind of talked enough about that.
Can I?
We did.
I think Bring a Trailer is a cool place to go find a car if you're looking for a weird niche car because they do list some cool stuff. And Doug DeMiro's place. They're both the same. They're both great places to find weird old cars.
And what's Doug DeMiro's is like cars and
bids.
Yeah.
I'm trying to honestly figure out if I could potentially sell like 3 pieces of art in 12 comic books or whatever combination I could hustle up to potentially go offer like $10,000 on a Dodge Stealth.
To buy a Dodge Stealth to do what with?
Drive around like every
Complain
other
every day
box.
that he doesn't have a place to keep it in his garage.
There you go.
That's the Travis way.
And then him and his father asked me every 3 to 4 weeks, hey, what's the name of that guy you got that lift from? Where'd you get that, in Maine? No, Ron, I got it in Massachusetts. Oh, Mass, who was it? This guy? No, Ron, it was this guy over. Oh, I'm going to give him a call. I hear that every 3 weeks.
Because he needs to get at least 2 more?
Yeah, they need at least 2 more lifts over there to keep the cars in the garages.
You know what? With Carvana's stock going down, you guys might as well just buy one of the little car rotundas as soon as it goes under.
Do I
are they
need
going
a
bad?
Dodge Stealth?
No, you don't.
They Chapter 11 yet?
But no, you don't need it, but you want it, and we don't need to keep going. But I want to wrap up this episode. Does that work? Was that a professional segue? Is that me landing the plane?
Yeah, that's it. Because you can find us everywhere. You can even find us hiding in your underwear.
And if you listen to this, just let us know what you think of Dodge Stealth. So I'm just curious what the feedback is.
A turbo.
Literally nobody cares but you, Travis.
Dude,
But
look
make
at
sure
this
you
radio.
subscribe. We're-
Equal
3 other guys care.
Oh, look at that
Yeah.
radio.
You guys
Maybe
want to check
three
out
other
There's
our
a reason they
125
don't make them
episodes.
anymore.
Anyway, that's the end of the episode.
Google us and you'll
Rate
find
and
us.
Google us and you'll find us. YouTube is also links on all the show notes. Rate and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Justuff League.
Nice.